Are we recording? Yes. Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday, March 19th, 2024. I just decided to do a video response to today's Wordle solution, which was abide. So you would think it's not a very nice word. You would think it's kind of a Nazi word. You have to abide, obey, this kind of thing. Let's just do this. The Wordle muses suggested to me that I search this in the Bible, and the funny thing was I did look up. Okay, let's just search it. Let's search abide. So you know my setup already. I have my little my PDF file here and my key over here with the page numbers. So the first time abide shows up in the Bible is in Genesis, on page 5, very early. So okay, this word shows up. Then the very next time it shows up is in Job 471. At the very end of Job, in his neck abide strength. What I'm saying is there's a different definition for abide, but I think this might be it. In his neck abide strength. That's a different definition for abide. His soul shall abide in well-being. It's just, there it is again. 49. So we're into Psalms now, and it shows up in Psalms quite a bit. Not quite a bit, 3 or 4 times. 583, Psalms. And then we skip to 698, which would be Isaiah. The righteous abide in the fruitful field, and my people will abide in a peaceful habitation. To live in. To live in, that's what it is. I don't know why I thought abide. Just hold on. Let's do this real fast. By definition. For some reason, abide. Accept or act in accordance with a rule. Yeah. To obey. To be able to tolerate something. But it also means to live in some place. Archaic. Abide, to live. It's archaic, but it also means to live somewhere. And a feeling of memory. So I was, yeah. So I'll show you what happened later with me. Hold on a minute. Sorry I'm rambling. I'm going to try to do my, sorry about this. Come on. Whatever, let's just, yeah, here we go. Okay, so the definitions here. Okay, then we skip to, and miraculously, it goes a couple of times, like once in Genesis, once in Job, a few times in Psalms, once in Isaiah, and then all the way to guess where? It skips all the way to John 10:54. So that was a good word. But the thing is, abide, 10:54. 10:54. I'm sorry. Yeah, 10:54 is the Gospel of John. And it shows up quite a bit. My blood, abide in me and I in him. And it's not obey here, it means live in. But I didn't know that until I was reading this passage in John, right here. And I was like, is this written by somebody else because of the abide? Like, what is this? I am the true vine, and my Father is the vine dresser. I actually kind of love this idea that you can't, the idea of dependence. I think I actually quoted this somewhere in one of the, to you guys at Wordle. I quoted this, like, I like the, you can't do anything without me, the interdependence. Abide in me and I in you. uh, as the branch cannot bear fruit by itself unless it abides in the vine. It means living, not obeying. But I had to actually look it up, and I was going to delete this as added in because of the abide. It's like, oh, that's just an obey word. It's another, control freak word. And I started to cross out this part of John, and then I deleted the crossouts. I said, no, this is John. This is John, if you think of, especially when later he starts writing at the bottom. He does the commandment right at the very bottom. This is my commandment, that you love one another as I have loved you. And you keep my commandments, that you will abide in my love. And that abide isn't in my law. It's live in my love, just as I have kept my Father's commandments and abide in his love. So they're talking about commandment. It's just a different kind of, it's not a control freak thing. So I decided to leave that when I was trying to edit out parts of it. I thought that this was early John, is what I concluded. But what I didn't notice, that you guys pointed out when I searched this, very interesting. Yeah, I left it in. It's John. I concluded that a while ago, and it's in my original John, I think. John takeouts. I should have prepared this better. No, I'm not going to go back. I'm just going to get through it. I'm pretty sure I left it in because I went through all this before I even searched this. I did this weeks ago and I can't remember now, but I'm pretty sure I said no. I decided that was original John. So now faith, hope, and love abide, these three, but the greatest of these is love. Oh, that's another peace and love term. And guess where that comes from? So we go from John. We skip directly from John, page 1064. 1064, John. And then the very next one is, guess where? 1126, 1 Corinthians. It's the one that I thought was written by peace and love people. I thought it was written by a Paul, but it could have been written by John now that I'm thinking about it. Look at this. So I'm just saying this is early writings, and it's peace and love writing. And I thought, when they say Corinthians was written by Paul, I said, yeah, everything written by Paul, some of them are peace and love and some of them are not peace and love. There are two different Pauls or three, whatever. But this is definitely 1st and 2nd Corinthians, which is, if you put 1st and 2nd Corinthians together, the number of pages comes out to 25, 26. No, it's 30. Anyway, okay. Let's not do this. So, and then the next one after that, 1139, is Galatians. Now that one, I'm not quite sure. I'll have to look at it. Abide by all. Because he's quoting somewhere else. Cursed be everyone who does not abide by all things written in the book of the law and do them. Yeah, follow the law. It just depends on what the law is. But it's a different kind of abide there, is what I'm saying. Abide by all the things written in the book of the law. Obey. Whoever he abides in him ought to walk in the same way in which he walked. So we're back to the peace and love abide in 1192. John. Okay, so fantastic. I just found this out like 5-10 minutes ago. I've been saying all along that 1st, 2nd, and 3rd John were written by John, who wrote the gospel. And this is not, people are saying these are two different Johns, and I'm saying it's the same John. And now, it's not even Paul. It's probably the same person who also wrote Corinthians, 1st and 2nd Corinthians, because of this abide, is now the latest. And I'm not doing Bible work. I'm not. Don't drag me into this. But look at the rest of the abides. There's a whole bunch of abides here. Like the rest of the abides. There's 47 abides in the entire Bible, and they all show up, most of them, like 40 of them, in John. And it's nice stuff he wrote too. Corinthians, nice stuff he wrote that I like. Relevant still to today. Peace and love. And then 1st and 2nd Corinthians and 1st, 2nd, and 3rd John. We go to the end, is 3 John. Abide, abide. So all the same writer. Thank you for that word. And I will get back into this later. I'm not doing Bible work. I'm gonna try to do History of the World tonight, because I gotta get it out of my system, because I'm going to focus on a constitutional challenge, an actual court filing I'm going to do here in Florida while I'm working at Walmart, and while my wages are being garnished by the San Francisco Department of Child Support Services. I got child support garnishments out here, and it's a perfect setting to challenge this law. I'm going to say it's unconstitutional that they're doing this. I'm going to say all child support is unconstitutional. Therefore, get the hell off stop garnishing my wages. So I have to do it while I'm working at Walmart, and I was going to do it while I was working at Target for 2.5 years, the whole time. I'm promising Kelly, and then I wasn't. So I was glad when my gay baby daddy started garnishing my wages out here. I said, oh, okay, good. I mean, I know that sounds funny, but it's like, okay, now I'm back into a mode where I can file a lawsuit, but I'm going to do it this time before anything happens. Like, I'm going to do it. I took Saturday off, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then by Monday or even Sunday, but by Monday, I'm going to do the filing. And then I have a lot of reading to do. I have Les Miserables. Anyway, it's going to be a while before I get back to any of the Bible stuff. But thank you for this. It's fantastic. I hope you're doing... the reason I'm doing this now is because it took me a long time. My computer's very slow, and maybe a lot of people are using this file. I did post a link to it because I couldn't get in. It kept kicking me out, and then I couldn't search anything. It kept kicking me out and saying, try again, and it went really slowly. So, okay, bye. I'm going to post this, and that's it. My answer to today's world. Sorry I'm rambling. I just don't want to get back into Bible mode quite yet. Fantastic, though. Thumbs up. Thank you, Wordle. I mean, there's a whole ton of words. There's a whole ton of searches, and we will get the entire Bible ordered. Okay? Promise. Later. Bye.